welcome to the Fellowship Hall with the Twins and Rap. I am Rap, aka Big Ham, aka the smartest one in the room. I'm back with my fellow twin number one, Keith, and twin number two, Ken. Fellas, what it do, baby?
What's up, Fellowship? It's your boy Ken, aka the Moral Compass. Thanks for tuning in with us today.
What's up, Fellowship? It's your boy Keith, the moderator. You know me, I know you. Let's go ahead and get started. You know what we're doing today. We're doing Force, Power Book 4, that is. That's with our man Tommy Egan, who is the lead character, although it's a lot of other characters in it. You know, I won't hold us up. Let's go ahead and dive in. Ken, go ahead and let us know what you thought about episode 5.
Man, episode 5 has been like episodes 1 through 4. Nothing really is happening. My biggest problem with this episode, man, is
you didn't watch it?
Huh?
You didn't watch it?
No, I watched it. That's how I know nothing happened. Liliana tried the drug for the first time. When Claudia tried, she had sex. When Tommy tried, he fall out on top of his car. Liliana tried, she decided she want to go out and go for a run. I don't know where she decided to go, but I know she decided, okay, this feel good. I'm gonna put on my coat, go out, even though I'm not supposed to go out. She ended up getting caught up, getting a middle finger broke. Just a lot of nonsense. It's not making sense.
Reckless. Yeah,
reckless. That's what it was. And obviously she was under the influence, but everybody else is fully in control when they hit it, fall in love with it, and still able to maintain their composure. When Claudia had the meeting with the guy she was speaking Spanish with, Latino dude, he hit it and he loved it, and he was like, okay, let me get some. He didn't even fall out. He didn't even have sex. He was ready to go.
Let me remember, everybody got a small taste. She had
the biggest portion.
Yeah, I think when Claudia was doing it off the little Asian girl body, I think she was doing lines.
Nope, it was little bitty dots, and she was sniffing it.
And then Tubby only got a piece off her
lip. Yeah.
Okay. Then
remember when Claudia went to the dude's club or whatever, she was like just a little bit, like she was adamant just a little bit,
rationing it. Okay, my bad. So maybe that's why Liliana went off the deep end, man. But
I agree with you. It probably seemed like a bit much, but she did do more than everybody else.
Okay, then my bad. Then I restrained it a little bit. But other than that, man, nothing happened. I mean, they killed some guys. They lost old dude that Tommy beat up in the first episode. They lost old Ezekiel, who was just putting poison in Jannar's head. And then Jannar ended up saving Tommy and Liliana.
I thought y'all said that kid name was Elijah.
Elijah, my bad, not Ezekiel. My bad, Elijah. Then Jannar, I don't know if Jannar was trying to kill Tommy or was he trying to save Liliana. I think he was trying to save Liliana because he likes her, just to be safe. And then they showed him like outside the barbershop with a gun, like he was contemplating killing Diamond. They I guess they're trying to keep us on our toes, and I guess that's fine.
I thought Jannar was trying to do both.
I think he was just thinking about.
I think he tried to take out everybody except Liliana.
No, really? I don't think he was trying to take out Tommy.
I think he wasn't either. For a minute, I thought he was gonna hang back and tell Tommy he was gonna ride with him, but he didn't do that. So I was like, okay, well, Tommy on his own.
I'll be honest. Hold on, kid. I'll be honest with you. Sorry to interrupt. When Liliana took that drug, I thought that she was gonna go and find Jannar.
Oh, really? I thought she was gonna find Tommy.
I thought that too. I thought it was a drug I thought it was a drug that's supposed to make you horny, kind of like ecstasy or something, man.
Yeah.
I thought she was trying to go find him and find a lover.
Yeah.
But again, man, it was another interesting episode or entertaining episode, but nothing is happening, man. I mean, Tommy is working with the Flynn, well, with Vic, and then working with Diamond, and they, about to start their own business or blow up or whatever, but nothing really happening. Walter Flynn is still the same racist jerk that he was at the beginning. I guess the FBI's or feds or whatever still watching him, so they might get his right-hand man to try to flip. I'm assuming they're gonna do something with his son or something to get him.
That's why they introduced him last week. Still don't.
Yeah, that's why they introduced him last week. So, like I said, it was entertaining. It kept me watching, but nothing, no progress is being made. And I know some fellowshippers then chimed in saying, we got to be patient. They working up to something, and I guess they are, but they working slow, man. We over halfway through the season, probably not, right?
Episode 5, halfway.
Yeah, maybe. Unless it's 16 or something.
But either way, it was entertaining, but nothing really happened, man. I'm tired of towing that same line, but nothing really happened. I mean, they made Claudia try to be a little bit more tough or hard, like she killed somebody for the first time, which, okay. I don't know. It was okay.
Go ahead, chime in, Big Ham.
I thought it was a little I thought it was a little better episode than last week. Last week I was locked up in with the moral compass, but this week I'm a little bit. I think something happened. You saw them make movement against the Serbs,
Yep.
and there was a strategy behind it to be able to open up a avenue for them to be able to move product, and they knocked out pretty much the whole organization, except for
The guys
I
that
think his name was
Jannard couldn't
Mirsic.
get,
The
What's
guys
it?
at the
What
top.
was the guy?
something like that.
Yeah, except for him, and but they pretty much got the rest of the organization knocked down. So I think that happens. What's going to happen from there, we still don't know. Like what the result is going to be from there, we still don't know. I guess that's what Ken is kind of frustrated about. But it was cool to see Diamond and Tommy work together, and then it was cool to see Diamond and Vic both tell Tommy, when they was trying to when they found out Liliana was going, they both made, that's not
That's
what
that's
we
not
agreed
that's
on.
not what we
Our
signed up
job
for.
done.
Everybody
Exactly.
lost
Signed up
people,
for it. That's
so
it.
it was okay for
We
Tommy to
did our
lose
part,
somebody.
and so it was good to see that people are doing their part and staying invested and doing their thing
Exactly.
and not going overboard.
So I think,
Big Ham,
Ralph, that's a great
Let
point.
me jump in for one thing. I'm sorry that I forgot to mention during my reaction. Liliana went from a drug runner to a chemist. Was she breaking down the drugs to see what they made of and stuff?
Who knows,
Stretch.
man?
But
Yeah,
then I
okay.
always introduce her. But Tommy, a big introducer her as that, because she told Tommy, when she was when they had the other drugs and she was cooking it up. She was, in her
She
underwear.
don't
Yeah,
try to
What
let
you
she
doing? And
let she make
She
it.
don't try. No, that's what she
yeah,
told
so that's
Jannard.
probably something that
Oh,
she
Jannard,
probably
my
worked
bad.
in those houses for Ghost and Tommy back in the day.
Yeah, Ralph. Wait a minute.
Um,
Before you go, that was a great point, and I was gonna bring it up in my reaction that you made, which makes me think that the show is moving in the right direction. Like for Diamond and Vic to tell Tommy, "Yo, we not riding with you just to ride with you, like to go save some girl that could help that
business.
could possibly get us killed. This is a business deal, and we upheld our part of the bargain, and with Diamond going for that 34%, that's also a business deal for him to say, hey, that 1% at one point is going to add up. So go ahead, Ryan. But Ken, that's why I disagree with you saying that nothing's happening. I think stuff is happening. They trying to build this empire between the three of them, with Diamond trying to get his piece, Vic trying to do what he needs to do to get out from under his dad, and then Tommy being Tommy just trying to take over. So it's a lot going on, man.
That's been the
And then
theme
this,
from episode 1.
Yeah, and that's what they building on, taking out the
yeah.
surge and
Then
all that stuff.
another thing that they introduced in this episode is another conflict in the story with Jannard and Diamond, because Jannard had this whole plan to bring in the CBI, take over, but his right hand man within that is now dead, and the plans that Diamond has made were good plans that he
Yeah.
really was down with. On top of the fact that he had this affection for Liliana that
Mhm.
nobody knows about, so you don't know if he was upset with Diamond for not want to ride with Tommy to go get Liliana, or if he was happy that Diamond kept the business. You don't know what's going on with that. You don't know where his head is now. If he's upset with Diamond for feeling like that's the reason this boy got killed. So we got to guess where Jannard is. So that's another good storyline that's there.
Agreed.
You know what? The storyline again that you've been on, which I thought, Gloria was through with Vic, but apparently she's not. So
Oh.
Ken, you've been on there. You were right about that, but that's something else that happened.
It did.
That we found out that she really still
She's
in love
still
with
feeling
Vic.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, she's still feeling not just feeling them, but like deeply feeling them.
Yeah,
wanting
really
the
run
future
away
with
with
him
him.
and willing to pass up millions of dollars for him.
Well, we
And
don't
that's
know that
big.
yet. She kept looking at that deed after Claudia left.
Yeah,
We assume she's
but
not
she
gonna do
didn't.
anything with
Yeah,
it,
we
but
assume
she was looking at it.
Yeah, but that was there. So it started to move a little bit more for me. I mean, last week I was really disappointed in the episode, but I was more entertained. I wasn't as entertained as y'all were last week. I was more entertained this week, and I was more, in line with thinking it was a better episode than last week's episode. So I thought it was a good episode. Looks like we got some stuff with the feds. Probably look like Walter right hand man might be a snitch.
Or they're gonna try to make them
I think
one.
they're gonna try to flip
They're
him.
gonna
Try
try
to
to,
flip him.
doing
Yeah,
something.
something like
Yeah.
that. So we got that on top of, man. We, it started to pick up, and so
It's a lot of
hopefully
stuff.
it starts to pick up these last 4 episodes, and we reach a fever pitch between episode 9 and 10. And but I, unlike the moral compass, I felt a little more happened this week than on last week.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a good episode also. I think a lot all right, right. A lot of stuff happened, like you guys said, that's entertaining, but I also think it's building. And you guys touched on most of it. Like I didn't care to see Seamus in the episode, the black cop again, because again we don't like this guy. And then I don't know his surprise that Diamond would know that he was on the take from somebody. Like I mean, sooner or later, what's in the dark gonna come to light. So it's no reason for him to think that a person that's probably already in business with Vic may not know that he's doing
Right.
business with this cop.
He,
That was
Right.
he
like
saw
kind
they
of
was running
weird.
around together last week.
Right.
Exactly. Another thing that y'all didn't mention, I mean, y'all mentioned Liliana, which apparently she's become our new number 2, 3, or whatever, or 4. I
I
guess if
told you
we
she
got Vic
Tommy. She
and Ben
Tommy to Tommy's ghost.
and Diamond. But I don't understand why Tommy is willing to give up it all to save Liliana so
I
easily
don't
or so
either.
fast. That just came
I
out
don't
of
know.
nowhere.
I think it's
Maybe
loyalty.
because of her skill set. I don't know, but I just or maybe because he just feel like he alone in Chicago.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
feel like he has somebody. I don't know.
I
I
still
think
thought
it's
that was a little out
loyalty.
of
I
character.
think
I
they've
mean,
been working together and they didn't build a relationship. Obviously, at the beginning, he didn't care for her, didn't like her, but over time, it didn't start to grow. And I think that's all it is.
yeah, I mean,
Bro, he was finna kill her till you saw she had those bricks in the house.
That was the first episode or the second
Yeah.
episode, whatever. But since then, they didn't have their little friendly laugh around banter. She didn't walk around in front of him with just a tank top and panties on, but he said she wasn't his type. And they didn't she didn't went with him as his
That's
muscle
true. That's
when he
true.
had meetings with
Backup.
the Flynn.
That's
So
true.
I think he's in business with her, and Tommy just being loyal to people he do business with, I guess.
Yeah, he have a
Okay.
certain code.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. It's just a little bit to me strange. I don't know if I was in that position that I would be willing to walk into a trap just to save one person.
He
She
did it
don't
for
have
Jannar
anything.
after he had just met Diamond.
Well, but they got snatched up.
They got snatched up, but then they had to go back to say Jannar, remember?
Well, I mean, they said they're gonna kill Tommy too, though, right?
Maybe. Either way,
Anyway.
I don't see any issue with it personally.
Okay, and lastly, I wanna y'all, like I said, y'all hit most everything, so I'm okay with that. I think Elijah dying in this episode probably put Jannard a few steps back of where he wanted to be, so he had to fall in line per se. So I don't know, Jannard. This was a decent episode for Jannard, I think.
But remember, Elijah went with him, so I think Jannard really did like the plan, and that's why he rode with him.
Agree. He liked the plan. I think with him dying, it hurt him more so than just like another person dying. It was like Rav said, that was going to be his second hand or right hand man. And when he died, then that plan unfortunately had to take a step back. Last point I want to get up, Ken, you kind of mentioned it about Claudia having to kill somebody. And I will go back to Power Book 2 when Monet told Lorenzo, Drew ain't built for this. Drew is not built like Kane. And that's the same thing I'll say about Claudia. Because she felt that she had to kill somebody. And as soon as she did it, she's sitting at her desk trembling and drinking because she killed somebody. Like, she can't come out. Last week we were talking about how she's trying to be so hard, how she's trying to, pull over in front of Tommy and tell the black chemist girl what you gonna do and this, that, and other. And then this episode still trying to be hard, but the girl trying to punk her. She hit her, I think. Yeah, she hit her and was about to leave. And then she stabbed her in the back of the head with an ice pick. And then she was like, "Oh, I got blood on my hands." Like she ain't built for it either. So that's my last take on it.
Speaking of Kane, real quick, we mentioned it. I think you mentioned it last week. In this episode, Jannard in the basement counting money with Elijah, basically crying over Tommy.
Yep. Jealousy over Tommy.
Any interaction with them, they just come in and he sitting in there crying about Tommy, man. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man.
I thought about Kane versus Reek when I saw that scene as well.
This joke got this perpetual hatred of Tommy, and it's just jealousy, and it's not becoming of a hardened gangster, man. It's not becoming at all.
Yeah. All right, fellas, make sure you let us know what you thought about our reaction and tell us what you thought about today's episode. Did you agree with the moral compass and think that it's just okay, it's just entertaining, but nothing's really happening?
Just entertaining.
I said it. Or did you agree with Big Ham and me where we said not only is it entertaining, but it's building to something better? We didn't even mention that Tommy and Claudia, got to jump on the girl's truck and whatnot. But I don't know, nothing much happened with that today. But I assume something more is coming. So it's a lot happening. We didn't. Tommy's brother wasn't really in the episode until he saw a picture of them or
Took
a picture of them together. He took a picture of Kate, and that's okay. You know, you want your mom, but he found another picture where it was him in the foreground, but looked like Tommy was in the background, and he didn't know about it. So I don't know. I'm still entertained by that little side story. Like, I don't want that to be the main story, but I'm entertained. It look like next week Tommy's gonna tell him that he's a drug dealer. So, you know, maybe they're getting a little closer. But he don't need to be Tommy's right hand man, but I'm sure it'll be some kind of, you know, relationship that builds, and maybe it'll be entertaining.
I mean, he got a bar. He got a business that's gonna be ripe for money laundering.
Money laundering, yeah, that's true. What are you saying, Ken?
I'm saying the tapes were his though. So why is he just taking a picture of Kate now? He didn't have the tapes all his life, right?
Well, no, they probably was his grandmama's, right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he was remodeling the house, so he probably going through some of the old stuff that's there.
Yeah,
but he was watching those tapes with Tommy when they from the beginning, right?
Yeah, he been remodeling the house. Yeah, it was a different tape. He been remodeling the house though, and
so you think he's just finding new tapes?
He's finding this stuff now. He probably digging more since Tommy's in, and he trying to see if it's something else out there that maybe he missed. Nevertheless, fellas, make sure you go in the comments and let us know what you think. All right, you know what time it is. It's time for our favorite segment. Big Ham, go ahead and let them know what that segment is.
Man, it's time for the Got to Go segment. And the Got to Go segment is where we take 3 characters.
It's in there somewhere. Got to go. You say got to go.
Got to go.
Got to go.
My bad.
Put an S on there.
To go. They got to go. Got to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we pick 3 characters from least got to go to most got to go that is affecting the path of our criminal protagonists in this drug dealing crime show. All right. And these people got to go. When we say they got to go, they got to get brutally off, murdered, get up out of here, fly away. That's what they got to do, man. And so here's our got to go list from 3 to 1.
Who you want to kick it off? I'll kick it off.
I'll kick it off.
My number 3 got to go.
I'll kick it off. My number 3 got to go. Liliana.
Ooh, I disagree.
Liliana, man, she just messing up too much. She always get caught. She always somewhere she's supposed to be.
Get caught.
She's becoming a liability.
Yes.
She's becoming a liability. And when she becomes a liability more than she's a help, that's when she got to go, man. She got Tubby told her, number 1, don't mess with that stuff. Number 2, don't leave. She did both of them. And
back to back.
It almost got her and Tubby both killed, man. Yeah. So she's a liability now. She's not following orders. She's undisciplined. And that's my number 3. Got to go, Liliana.
That's not bad, Big Cam. All right, Ken, you want to go?
Who put the scar on her face? Tommy?
No, the girl with the pink shoes, remember?
Oh, pink shoe lady?
Yeah, pink.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought Tommy had stabbed her in the elevator.
No. Pink heels lady. Remember, she was killing everybody.
Reeboks. Pink Reeboks.
Oh, pink Reeboks or whatever. Yeah. Pink shoes, whatever, yeah. Go ahead, Ken.
My number 3, guys. You know what? I'm going to make this comment. Liliana, like Big Ham said, Liliana always getting caught. She didn't got caught by Tommy. She didn't got caught by the Serbians twice.
Yeah.
And the most damage she's ever taken was from old girl with the Reeboks.
Go ahead.
What you say?
Go ahead.
This man, Ralph.
It man hating, bro.
Yeah, man. He out of pocket.
I'm the moderator. I'm trying to keep the show going.
That finger looked pretty bad.
It did look bad.
That finger like was at a right angle.
So my number 3 got to go with a new entry for me, replacing my old staple of Gloria, and that's Claudia Flynn.
Oh,
Claudia Flynn tried to come out too hard in this episode, in the past 2 episodes, but especially in this episode. And as a result, she tried to muscle up on Gloria in the bar, but it backfired on her.
I didn't even mention that, man. I don't even care for Gloria character that much. And I was mad that Claudia was trying to come in there and push her. Her dad is pushing her out of the way, and she's still loyal to her dad.
That's loyalty, though. That's loyalty. I can't be too mad at that. But then, she got all shook up when she said, your dad is sick. He's still strong. What you talking about? Get out. And then she leave. And then she turned on the woman that introduced her to the drug. I'm still not completely sure how she gonna continue having access to it without the lady. But I guess since she already met the alchemist lady, she
The
can
black
reach
lady
out through
against the
her.
chemist.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
other girl was
Yeah,
just a
so
middleman, man. I
right.
mean,
So
what she did probably is gonna turn out to be the best move. She just wasn't ready to make it.
yeah, so I think they either she trying to make herself too hard or she trying to write her up too hard. She always rolling up on time and she always know what time it is. It's I don't know. So I got Claudia on my list this week. She gotta go.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go number three. My number three guys to go is a guy that's been on my list maybe since day one of Power Book 4, and that's who we used to call Seamus, but is actually Seamus Bennigan, the black cop.
Seamus?
I do not care for this guy, man. Like,
Neither do I.
I still don't understand what he got against Diamond. Oh, he just mentioned some
No,
girl's
he mentioned
name.
something
Yeah,
about
he
a
mentioned
bad batch.
some
Bad
bad
Batch
badge of
does
some
kill
girl's
some people
name.
in his family.
He
Messed
didn't
him
say
up.
if
I
it
don't
was
think
his
it killed
family.
him. I think it messed him up.
He didn't say it
Yeah.
was family or whatnot, but you know, I guess that's some kind of piece we supposed to put together. But guess what? I still don't care about him. He ride with Vic. Even
He
Vic,
gonna be a
although
problem.
Vic working with Diamond now, he ride with Vic, and he got this grudge for no reason that's going to A, interfere with Tommy and Diamond's business. B, is going to cloud Bennigan's own judgment and make him make stuff personal instead of professional, and that's just gonna make things worse. And lastly, he is a dirty cop, and you know how we do not care for dirty cops in our criminal protagonist storyline. So Seamus, you know what? I'm gonna keep calling. No, I'll call him Seamus. Seamus Bennigan is my number three, and I'm gonna go ahead and snake it back, Ralph. My number two is Claudia Flynn, basically based on the same thing Ken said. Claudia is not who she tries to be. She's I don't want anybody to take this wrong way, but she's trying to step into a game that she isn't cut out for. Now, don't get me wrong, Liliana is in this game, and it seems like she's cut out for her, but Claudia is not Liliana. Claudia probably grew up with a silver spoon in her mouth. She know how to do the right moves from the business side, but for her to try to take on this drug game, it's already seemed like she might be in over her head. And her dad, as much as we don't like him, he recognizes that. That's why he said it should be Vic and not you. You stay behind the scenes, do what you're good at. And now she going in here, already got blood on her hands, and now she trembling. Claudia Flynn, my number two. Ken, go ahead.
Yeah, my number two guys to go returning back to normal is Jannard. Jannard, like I mentioned, that Joker still crying about Tommy. Don't get me wrong, he saved him, but it's still not completely clear that he wasn't trying to take Tommy out in the drive-by either. But I think he was trying to save Liliana because I think he got feelings for her. But
nevertheless, got shot by him.
Yeah, that's true. But either way, he's still crying about this whole Tommy thing, and he's too wishy-washy. Like when he was crying to Elijah, he was like, "I thought my brother was gonna come out and it was gonna be me and him together," but then he want to split from him. So it's he don't even know what he want to do, man. He's confused, and I'll get rid of his confusion by offering him from the show. He's done.
I gotta admit, man, I thought this was a solid episode for Jannard, and I guess we'll see if he on Ralph on my list too. Go ahead,
Ralph. Solid episode for him, but that don't mean he can't go.
But this was the first solid episode for him. Like he didn't do anything so bad where he had
cried
to be
about
on
it
the list.
for his first scene.
But he didn't do anything.
Episode.
He didn't do anything though, right? Like last week,
The way he was
doing stuff.
The way he was looking at old boy in the barbershop, and then the way he was looking after he was burning the SUV made him suspect. But,
and
other than that, he had a decent episode.
From the balcony after old dude died, when Tommy was walking out in the open, some thoughts crossed his mind. Some thoughts crossed his mind.
That's true.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay, Ken,
my number two got to go.
Yeah, we heard you.
Is Seamus Bennigan. I'm not gonna respect him and call his name right. I don't like him. I'm gonna keep calling him Seamus.
I do not like him. Why don't you like him?
Number two got to go. Dirty cop always got to go. Yeah. On top of, he just got this personal vendetta against another brother. You working for the white man, and you got the personal vendetta against a brother. That's strike number two. Number two.
The only color that counts is green.
And strike number three, his name is Seamus Bennigan. He got to go.
Okay.
He got to go.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right, and I'm going to snake it back, Keith. My number one got to go is Claudia, man.
What?
Whoa.
So
She
Ken
got
had
to
a
go.
3, I had a 2, you got it 1. Wow.
I got it one, man, because I'm gonna tell you a couple reasons why. You know, you kind of referenced it when you talked about it that there's a part of a game she's good at. She need to stay on the sidewalk. She ain't ready to dabble in the street. She need to stay on the sidewalk, bro. She ain't ready to dabble in the street, man. And so we saw that on top of we've been waiting for this drug to go out here and make everybody rich for 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And she just moving too slow with it. She ain't got a plan. She done killed the main middleman. Now we got to figure that out. Tommy the winner got this other little shipment. But instead of her making a good move with the middleman, let her know we got it, we working. She killed the girl, and now we got to figure out something else that's going to slow down and roll out even more. So my number one got to go is Claudia Flynn, bro.
Hey, check this out. Also, another non-power move for Claudia. You got the product, and you taking 40%.
Right. She's taking 40%. Tommy don't even know what it is.
I need
She
60.
needs somebody to get it out, move it. She can't work with anybody else. She needs somebody to move it. She had to take a loss for that. That's not a
loss,
bad
man.
move.
Nah, she probably she got the overhead. She probably go at least 50-50.
50-50 would have been a loss for her, but understandable. She went 60-40.
Hey, you know one thing that Claudia been able to do that no other person in the Power universe really has, minus Tommy once?
What?
Take out a love interest. She took out her own love interest
Man, she
out of
didn't love
jealousy
that
and
girl.
greed.
Yeah, she wouldn't love her. She just
I said
messing
love
with her.
interest. I didn't say she
Yeah.
loved her.
Yeah.
Tommy had to do it for Holly. So that's why I get Tommy a pass. But nevertheless, my number one got to go is a staple on the list. He's a racist. He's a misogynistic jerk. He is Walter Flynn.
Wowza.
Walter Flynn is doubling down on every. You know what? The one thing about Walter is that joker is not fake. He let you know how he feel, and he stick to it.
Yeah.
And he don't mind hitting his kids when he need to.
He ain't
I
swaying.
don't know what the story is about the mama. But apparently maybe it'll come out later. But you know, it struck a nerve when Vic said it, and he popped Vic. So
The
Walter
Irish girl.
went to the. Say it again.
Obviously,
That Irish
the
girl.
mama cheated on her with a brother.
Oh, whatever, man.
That's probably what happened.
That's what happened.
CBI know that. No less. Go ahead, Ken.
But Walt, man, I don't really have much to say because you know why? Because we've been saying this since episode 1. Walter Flynn needs to go. He is causing problems for the family. He's causing discord from the family. He's being remarkably rude and mean to Gloria just because of the color of her skin.
Yep.
His old boy tried to give him advice. Hey man, we gotta let our kids be happy, man. At least you got your kids in your life. Mine all gone or whatever. And he still ignored it. So Walter Flynn got to go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste time. My number one is also Walter Flynn. I'm surprised that he wasn't on Big Ham's list, actually, but Walter Flynn is on my list, Ken. Like you said, him going to Gloria again. I don't care for Gloria's character that much, but she's not really doing anything wrong to anybody. You know, she was messing with Tommy. No, she's not. She was messing with Tommy.
She messing with both of the boys. She messing with Tommy and
Tommy
Vic.
already cut it off, man.
Yeah, Tommy cut it off, so she went back to Vic. Vic was her who she really in love with. It was Vic's family that was pushing her away. So she just
playing
like,
mind
okay.
Games. She playing mind games.
Well,
honorable mention, man. Gloria.
He hard love interest.
Walter Flynn.
He hard love interest, boy.
All right, fellas, make sure you let us know who's on your Gots to Go list. I think that, like we said, it's the same cycle of characters, but I think that happens sometimes. Plus, it's early on, so we don't have anybody else new to
Ain't that early?
The Serbian dude may end up being on the list, but hopefully they take him out.
He gonna die too quick.
I have to say that it's good that they didn't take him out in this episode, because then that would be like every enemy that comes in is only one episode and then they dead. Like that never happened in the Power Book original, you know, with Ghost. So it is, except for Seamus, right, Ken? So let us know who's on your Gots to Go list and if you agree with us. I think we probably had two or three of the same ones this week as usual. I think Jannard didn't make Big Hams on my list for the first time this pod for this season, so that was something, but he still made it on Ken's list. I think me and Big Ham had Claudia a while ago, and Ken finally added her to the list. So make sure you let us know what you think. All right, Big Ham, go ahead and close it up.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the Fellas from Hard with the Twins and Ralph. Hope y'all continue to rock with us as we review Power. Every Power franchise we rocking with. So we're gonna be reviewing all of them.
Let's wait and see what Tate happens. Let's see what happens.
I'm riding with Tate. Tate, my boy, man. I'm riding with Tate.
Tate had a strong ending to the last Power.
Yeah, man. I'm riding with Tate. But look, man, Continue to rock with us and review these shows. Hey, we still have Snowfall. Y'all need to mess with us on Snowfall, man. Mess with us on Snowfall. That's coming up as well. It'll be out in a couple of minutes after this. But y'all keep rocking with us until we see y'all next time, Fellowship. Oh, I'm tripping. I got to tell y'all where to follow us at. On Facebook, The Fellowship Hall. Follow us there. On YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, become a true fellowshipper on YouTube at The Fellowship Hall. Follow me on social media, Raphael Hammond at Facebook, and on Instagram and Twitter at Hamdog22. And until we see y'all next time, fellowshippers, y'all be blessed.
Be blessed, fellowship. Be blessed, fellowship. Keep you out of pocket, man.
Hey, here, man. I'm glad
you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. Be blessed, fellowship.
Be blessed, fellowship.